Hey guys, this is Sergeant Phoenix back in the action, and this video is a little different than the usual ones. My deck profiles, my review and my duels, all good, and I am glad of the support you've all given me. But I've been thinking of creating and, designing my own cards. And I've seen people do it, and they all look great. The ones I've seen, and the ones that, and their effects too. They don't make them overpowered. They don't make them limited. I have I have made my own cards before. You're using ideas and types. One idea I had were chess pieces, and they were grey. They weren't black or white because they were earth. They were actually earth attribute based, but they were classed as dark and light monsters because they're black and white. Because black and white, light and dark. So, and we made it based on you have to defeat the king. Your opponent can actually win the duel if they defeat the king piece. Because we wanted to base it on deck. We wanted to base the idea on the actual chess game. So we made a field spell, the board for chess pieces. It gives chess pieces 200 attack points and defense points. And once per turn, if you control no monsters, you can summon chess pawns in defense position. They have 500 attack and defense each. But they cannot attack your opponent directly. Because the main idea was to tribute them to summon out the bishops, the queen, the king, the tower thing, whatever the frickin' hell they're called, the knights, and so forth. But when we made the king, we decided to make it different. We'd made it so it could only be destroyed. It could only leave the field by being destroyed in battle. And we also made it a rule that if the queen was if it had certain pieces on the field, it would gain a certain effect. But this idea I want to come up with is phoenixes based on my channel. But I have no idea how to base the idea on. I'm thinking of two ideas. Medieval, phoenix warriors, but swordsmen, shieldsmen, spearmen, all those. Or spirits that focus on the emotional spectrum of things. But I'm struggling to figure out what the deck structure is going to be. I don't know whether to use a power-up effect where they practically just charge right ahead and attack your opponent with no way of with a slight chance of not stopping them, or they destroy themselves or destroy each other to summon forth more of them that are more powerful or lesser powerful. If you get what I do, because phoenixes are beings that are bird-based creatures, and they set and fight. And the best way I can describe them is when you watch Harry Potter with the Chamber of Secrets, where a phoenix bursts into flames when it's time for them to die, but then they're reborn from their ashes as newborns. So maybe I could have an idea based on that. Maybe when they're destroyed by battle, they summon forth a token of some kind, if I have a field spell on the field, or just the monster effect, or a spell a trap. But if I was to make this, what idea works best? Does the medieval design look best, or does the spirit phoenix idea work best for them? And this is where I'm just looking for ideas. But if you would like, I'll show you the card designs that I come up with based on what people would think. And I'm not that expert of drawing, so my drawings might not be as detailed, but I am quite good at making effects and making them like a structure deck based deck. Like I did with my previous chess piece one. But comment down below what you think and what your ideas would be. Because I have seen people come up with ideas for their custom cards. What would your custom cards be if you were to design your own card concept? Design, monster, spell, trap, and what would its focus be on? you know, and I wouldn't mind, talking about it, you know, discussing the thoughts, and, you know, and they probably will be good ideas, because most concept designs are usually based on supporting other cards. So, again, comment down below what you think, and until then, this is Sergeant Phoenix, over and out.